Welcome to RPG PhD, where we dive deep into the art and science of tabletop role-playing games. I'm Dr. Ben, your guide to crafting unforgettable adventures for your table. Whether you're a seasoned dungeon master or new to the GM screen, today's episode is all about designing dynamic, engaging adventures that will keep your players coming back for more. From plot hooks and NPCs to monsters and epic challenges, I'll share tips and examples to level up your storytelling game. Ready to roll initiative? Let's dive in. Designing adventures for tabletop role-playing games is a delicate art that blends creativity, structure, and adaptability. Whether you're crafting an epic dungeon crawl for Dungeons & Dragons, a tense political intrigue in Blades in the Dark, or a gritty space survival story in Mothership, the techniques behind creating compelling adventures share common principles. At its core, an adventure is a narrative framework. It provides goals, challenges, and opportunities for characters to engage with the story while allowing room for improvisation and player agency. So first, choose a plot structure that you feel works for your adventure. One common approach is the three-act structure. The three-act structure, a classic storytelling framework, works exceptionally well for designing tabletop role-playing game adventures by providing a clear narrative flow while allowing for flexibility and player input. Act 1, the setup. The adventure introduces the scenario, hooks the players, and establishes the stakes, drawing them into the story. This stage sets the tone and gives characters their initial goal or motivation. Moving into Act 2, the confrontation, the story deepens as obstacles, dilemmas, and surprises arise to challenge the party. This is where tension builds and players have opportunities to strategize and explore. Finally, Act 3, the resolution, brings the adventure to a climactic conclusion, followed by the aftermath that reflects the player's choices and actions. For example, in a D&D dungeon crawl, Act 1 might involve the adventurers learning about a cursed ruin and gathering information about its history and dangers. In Act 2, they delve into the dungeon, encountering traps, puzzles, and rival treasure hunters, each testing their skills and resolve. In Act 3, they face the ancient spirit guarding the treasure and must decide how to deal with its demands, leaving a lasting impact on the world and their characters. This structure provides a natural rhythm to the adventure, ensuring players feel a sense of progression and accomplishment as the story unfolds. While the three-act structure is a classic approach, other plot structures can provide fresh perspectives for your adventures. There are numerous plot structures you can use. I have produced several videos about those different kinds of plot structures, which I will link below. Another consideration is whether the adventure will have an open or linear design. Linear adventures. Pre-planned sequences of events guide players towards a specific resolution. For example, in Call of Cthulhu, the investigators uncover a series of clues, leading them to a final confrontation with a cult. Open adventures. They offer multiple paths and outcomes. Political intrigue in Blades in the Dark might let players bribe, blackmail, or assassinate their way to power. Balancing these approaches allows for structure while keeping room for player creativity. Open and linear designs represent two ends of the adventure design spectrum, each with its strengths. Linear design provides a clear narrative path guiding players through a predefined sequence of events. This can create a tight cinematic experience with carefully crafted story beats, ideal for mystery or high-stakes scenarios. On the other hand, open design gives players freedom to explore multiple paths, make meaningful choices, and influence the story's outcome, fostering agency and creativity. While linear designs offer structure, open designs prioritize flexibility. Blending elements of both, like providing a clear starting point and goals while allowing for multiple approaches, often leads to the most satisfying adventures. The plot provides direction and tension. An adventure without conflict or stakes risks becoming aimless. Crafting a compelling plot for a tabletop role-playing game involves creating a narrative framework that balances structure with player agency. Start with a central conflict or goal that immediately hooks the players, such as a mysterious disappearance, a looming threat, or an enticing opportunity. Build tension by introducing obstacles and twists that challenge players' problem-solving and role-playing skills. Incorporate stakes that matter both personally to the characters and globally to the world, whether it's saving a loved one or stopping an impending catastrophe. Finally, design a resolution that feels earned, giving players a sense of accomplishment while leaving room for a future story. A great plot isn't just a story, it's a dynamic journey that players help to shape. A good plot hook answers the question, why do the characters care? Hooks should connect to player motivations. Having a variety of plot hooks ensures that every character has a personal reason to care about the adventure, creating a more immersive and engaging experience. Different characters are motivated by different factors, so providing multiple angles allows you to capture their interests. Plot hooks come in many forms, each tailored to engage different aspects of a character's personality, backstory, or goals. Personal hooks tie the plot directly to a character's past or relationship, such as a kidnapped family member or a threat to their homeland. Moral hooks appeal to a character's ethics or alignment, like protecting an oppressed village or stopping an unjust ruler. Greedy hooks offer material incentives, such as treasure, magical items, or a lucrative bounty, while curiosity hooks intrigue players with mysteries or unexplored locations, such as a newly discovered ruin or an enigmatic message. Reputation hooks entice characters seeking fame or recognition, giving them the chance to slay a legendary monster or win a noble's favor. Additionally, external hooks introduce world-shaking events that demand attention, such as a mysterious plague spreading through the city, while situational hooks drop the party into immediate dilemmas, like a royal messenger collapsing in the tavern with a sealed letter addressed to someone in the group. By mixing and matching these hook types, you can create a rich and engaging narrative that resonates with all your players. Incorporating player agency is essential for creating a truly engaging tabletop RPG adventure. Players should feel that their choices matter and that their actions have meaningful consequences within the world. Offer branching paths, multiple solutions to challenges, and opportunities for characters to influence the plot based on their decisions. Players might choose to negotiate with a rival faction rather than fight, changing the story's direction entirely. To ensure agency feels impactful, follow through with consequences, both immediate and long-term, that reflect their decisions. By empowering players to shape the narrative, you create a collaborative experience that feels dynamic and rewarding. NPCs, non-player characters, are essential for bringing an adventure to life. The best NPCs have clear motivations, unique traits, and a purpose that ties them to the story. NPCs can take on various roles to enrich the narrative. Allies provide assistance or insight, such as a gnomish inventor who offers gadgets but requires dangerous materials to build them. Antagonists drive conflict through their goals, like a corrupt magistrate exploiting the laws to amass wealth. Neutral parties create tension with unpredictable actions, such as a mercenary band working for the highest bidder. To avoid one-dimensional characters, give NPCs depth by defining their goals, such as a pirate captain seeking lost treasure to regain their crew's loyalty, their flaws, like a gambling addiction that endangers their resources, and their quirks, such as nervously humming sea shanties. By imbuing NPCs with these qualities, you create characters that feel dynamic and memorable, enhancing the player's immersion in the world. Building immersive locations is a powerful way to enhance your adventure's atmosphere and deepen the player's connection to the story. A strong sense of place not only grounds the narrative, but also creates opportunities for interaction and exploration. Thematic design is crucial. Locations should reflect the tone and plot of your adventure. For instance, a haunted forest in a horror-themed Pathfinder session might feature gnarled, twisted trees, eerie whispers carried on the wind, and corrupted wildlife stalking the party. Meanwhile, a bustling spaceport in Starfinder could come alive with neon lights, the chatter of shady vendors hawking goods, and the constant hum of starship engines preparing for launch. To make locations dynamic, incorporate interactive elements that engage the players. Puzzles and traps can challenge their problem-solving skills, like riddles inscribed on ancient ruins or crumbling floors that require careful navigation in a forgotten temple. Environmental hazards add tension and urgency, such as choking fumes and flowing lava in a volcano's lair. Secrets encourage exploration, rewarding players who delve deeper with hidden passages, treasure, or pieces of lore that enrich the world. By designing locations that feel alive, interconnected, and full of surprises, you create settings that draw players in and make the world feel tangible and real. Designing monsters and challenges is about more than just combat. It's an opportunity to weave storytelling and creativity into your encounters. Every challenge, whether it's a fight, a puzzle, or a tense negotiation, should serve the narrative and enrich the player's experience. Combat encounters are often a cornerstone of tabletop RPGs, and they shine brightest when they're thematic and dynamic. Monsters should feel like a natural part of the world and the story. For instance, ice creatures and yetis make perfect adversaries in a frozen tundra, emphasizing the harsh and unforgiving environment. Adding unique mechanics to monsters can elevate the combat experience. A swamp hydra, for example, could regrow its heads unless players deal fire damage, forcing them to think strategically and adapt their tactics. These elements make combat more than just a test of dice rolls. They become memorable moments that challenge creativity and teamwork. However, not every challenge needs to involve combat. Non-combat challenges are just as vital for creating a well-rounded adventure. Social challenges can test a party's charisma and cunning, such as convincing a suspicious guard to grant access to a restricted area. Environmental challenges add tension and excitement, like navigating a crumbling bridge over a raging river where every step is a risk. Skill challenges provide opportunities for clever problem solving, such as deciphering an arcane puzzle to disable a magical ward. These encounters engage different player skills and emphasize the versatility of the group. By designing encounters that blend combat, social interaction, and environmental hazards, you create a rich tapestry of challenges that keep players engaged and immersed in the adventure. Every encounter becomes a chance to tell a story, develop characters, and bring the world to life. Designing an adventure that fits the abilities, power levels, and narrative context of your players' characters is critical to ensuring a fun and balanced experience. Different character levels offer unique opportunities and challenges, so tailoring your design to the group's capabilities will help create an adventure that feels satisfying and engaging. This will vary considerably based on the system, but it might be useful to think about these broad categories. Low-level characters are fragile and often lack a wide range of abilities, making adventures at these levels ideal for introducing players to the world and mechanics of the game. Some challenges might be to focus on simple localized problems like dealing with bandits, investigating a haunted house, or retrieving stolen goods. Enemies should be straightforward, such as goblins, wolves, or low-level undead. And some of the opportunities might be to highlight the character's vulnerability by emphasizing the danger of combat and the importance of clever solutions. Use non-combat challenges like basic traps, simple puzzles, or social interactions to let players explore different aspects of their characters. A sample adventure might be a village's livestock has been disappearing at night. The party uncovers a goblin tribe raiding the farms, but the goblins themselves are being driven out of their home by something worse. Mid-level characters. At this stage, characters have more powerful abilities and a broader range of options for tackling problems, allowing for more complex scenarios. Introduce multi-layered threats such as rival factions, morally ambiguous dilemmas, or environments with multiple hazards, a collapsing cave full of hostile creatures. Include enemies with unique abilities or tactics to push players to strategize. Characters can now handle tougher foes and larger scale conflicts. Mid-level adventures are a great time to introduce themes of political intrigue, larger world events, or dangerous expeditions into untamed regions. An example adventure might be a noble family hires the party to investigate why their estates have gone dark. The investigation reveals that a werewolf curse has taken hold of the household, requiring the party to balance saving lives with eliminating threats. High-level characters. Characters at these levels are powerful and capable of influencing the world in significant ways. Adventures should reflect their heroic status. Escalate the stakes with world-altering events such as wars, ancient curses, or celestial prophecies. Opponents should have complex tactics and layered defenses, requiring teamwork and creativity to overcome. This is the ideal time to introduce legendary artifacts, ancient secrets, and long-lost enemies or allies. High-level characters thrive in epic battles, intricate political machinations, and dangerous environments, like planar realms or magical voids. A sample adventure might be a shadowy cult seeks to awaken a long-dormant dragon deity. The party must navigate a series of magical trials to stop the cult while battling through its loyal minions and surviving the volatile energy of the dragon's prison. Epic level characters. Epic level characters are godlike figures capable of reshaping the world. Their adventures should be grand, challenging, and momentous. Threats should be world-ending or multi-dimensional, such as fighting demon lords, preventing a god's awakening, or sealing an unstable rift between the planes. Opponents should have legendary abilities and use environments to their advantage. Highlight the character's immense power by letting them shape events in ways lower-level characters couldn't. Allow them to interact with gods, command armies, or rewrite the laws of magic. A sample adventure might be the boundaries between dimensions are breaking down, merging planes of existence into chaos. The party must locate and use an ancient device to stabilize reality, battling extraplanar foes and facing choices that could change the cosmos forever. By aligning your adventure's scope and difficulty with the character's levels, you ensure that the story feels both challenging and achievable no matter where your players are in their journey. Designing adventures for tabletop role-playing games is an iterative process that combines preparation, creativity, and adaptability. By focusing on compelling plots, engaging NPCs, immersive locations, and meaningful player choices, you can craft stories that resonate with players and leave lasting memories. Start small, experiment with different systems, and never hesitate to incorporate player feedback. Whether your group is delving into dungeons or navigating political intrigue, the tools and techniques outlined here hopefully will help you create adventures that captivate and inspire. And that's how you can craft adventures that immerse your players and bring your worlds to life. Remember, the best adventures aren't just about where the story takes your players, but the memories you create along the way. Got your own tips or favorite moments from your games? Drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.